Hey, strong people. I had a question on YouTube from somebody, and since they already asked questions on YouTube, that means they're probably going to watch this. It was, will the yoke walk make your squat better? Probably not. I mean, you're going to get better core stability, you're going to gain some back strength, you're going to really learn how to brace from doing the yoke. As far as like a leg stimulus, I think it's pretty poor. And as far as it takes so much out of your training, your recovery, because you have all that load on your back. I don't think it's that great of a tool myself. If your goal is to get a bigger squat, it's just that's just my opinion. I don't think the yoke walk ever made my squat go. But it also depends on where your weakness. Do you have a weak core? Then, some yoke walk, not crazy. It doesn't have to be very heavy to get a good stimulus to simulate core strength, and it'll really help. I think it's a good tool in the way that it'll help teach you how to breathe and brace under a load, because once you're walking with 3 times your body weight or more on your back, you can't be lazy as fuck in your setup. You can't have like your back not completely tight, your scapula not retracted. You can't and like not completely breathing into your chest, because then you're going to go all over the place. So I think it's a good tool in that. Like if you're a good yoke walk, you're going to learn how to get tight under a weight, which you need to in order to have a big squat. But as far as like increasing your leg strength, no, I don't really think it did much for that. Like if you look at who some of the best yoke walkers in the world are, they're not necessarily the best squatters. There's some correlation, but it's not my first tool, even if I was to try to increase someone's core strength to use. But if you feel like doing if your gym has a yoke and you want to do some runs after your squat, it'll get your heart rate up real quick, and it will teach you to brace, and it will build up your back and your core strength and your lats from if you do know how to brace correctly. But almost no one I ever see get under a yoke knows how to do it correctly, including me when I first started. And there's a pretty steep learning curve, and it's also one of the events that I feel is a lot harder on your body, especially if you go heavy, because you're directly overloading your spine. So just watch some of the videos that I've made on how to yoke walk, and I'll be making some more, and watch some of the best in the world do it. Like I'd look up any Alan Colley yoke walk on video, and maybe you can slow it down to 50 times slower, because he's so damn fast you're not going to be able to catch it on how he does it so well. Like watch videos of people setting up correctly and doing it, and don't do a yoke walk to the point where you're like losing core stability and your feet are all going over the place and you can't maintain like a good stride. You got to really learn how to walk with your hips, not your knees, and it takes a while for people to get that. So just go slow with it. Don't treat it like a fucking toy, and actually respect the weight. And it could be a different way to have fun with your training. And if you're doing strongman, if you plan to do strongman competitions anyways, you better be good at the yoke, so you better practice it. But if you're just a power lifter and you think like the yoke walk is going to make your squat jump up 100 pounds, I'd keep squatting more.